I'm Barbara Holyoke from American Falls First Ward, and I'm going to tell you a true story about my grandfather, Alexander Morrison. And this is what he looked like when I knew him, my grandpa and my grandma. On 16th of June, 1883, in Sunderland, England, and there's a picture of the country there, a talented magician, Mr. Fay, famous for his ventriloquism, puppetry, and various illusions. One of his tricks involved a great deal of smoke, which made some children sick. He came to perform in Victoria Hall, and this is a picture of Victoria Hall in England, right here. To get to the stage in the theater, they went up a short flight of stairs to a landing. At this point was a door which opened inward and was chained to 22 inches open to make sure that only one child at a time could get through. Another short flight led from that landing to the upstairs auditorium. There were 2 balconies and a ground floor. There were almost 2,000 children in attendance. And here is a picture of the stairway so you can get an idea what the stairs looked like. At the end of the show, Mr. Ray and helpers began throwing nice prizes out to the kids. And also later, there were numbers on the tickets. And the ones in the balconies wanted prizes too. And so they all bolted to the door. And with the lower landing door partially chained shut, they couldn't get out fast. And so they were stopped by bodies in front of them. And they continued down the stairs until many bodies were piled on top of each other. My grandfather, who was 10 years old, had a very good soprano voice. And when he saw that there was a problem with so many children running, he got up on a windowsill and started singing, which when many of the kids heard him, they stopped running. So he saved many additional lives that day. They had to pull the kids out one at a time and laid them out side by side in the lobby. 183 children died that day in the crush of bodies. My grandfather's little brother, John, who was 7 years old, was one of the lost ones. This is a picture of my grandfather when he was a young man, and the picture of his brother, John, who was crushed that day. That was reported to be the worst disaster ever in all of England. After that tragedy, a new law was enforced that from then on, all outside doors had to have a push bar for safety, opening the doors out instead of in. And they also, somebody made a statue of a mother holding her child. And I don't know if that is still standing or not. When Queen Victoria heard about the tragedy, she got an English Bible and wrote in the flyleaf a note of thanks for Alexander's courage and bravery for saving more children, and gave it to him. The book was later given to his son John, who is my uncle, who later gave it to his daughter Corleen in Pocatello. And I've seen the Bible, I've taken pictures of it, but someone had stolen the flyleaf out of it, which would probably be very valuable with Queen Victoria's signature on it. And another sad part about this is Victoria Hall was bombed and destroyed in World War II.